few days ago that I was standing right here and everybody was praying over me to send me out as a missionary, and it's been almost 2 years. I never thought I'd come back wearing an Ole Miss shirt. When we were setting up the tent out there, I told Courtney that Pastor D's going to kill me for setting up an Ole Miss tent in the middle of his foyer. But it's for the kingdom of God, so that's higher priority than college sports. I just want to tell you a little bit about what's going on in Ole Miss and about the campus. The campus is almost 20,000 students and growing. They had their largest freshman class this year. And you guys know about Chi Alpha because of my in-laws. One of them sitting right there, Dana Hoover, sitting there on the second rows, and Ronnie's preaching over in the Hispanic church. We are actually sent out from their Chi Alpha group at the University of Arkansas. So Arkansas is sending us to Ole Miss to reach Ole Miss for the kingdom of God. And you guys can be a part of that. I'm excited to be here. It feels like we're at home, and it's always good to come home. There are over 94 countries represented at Ole Miss, so if we can reach international students in the U.S., we send them back to their home countries. We call that missions in reverse. They take the gospel with them. And there are, as you see on the side, there's only one other Chi Alpha in the state of Mississippi. So lots of opportunities to send out other missionaries to pioneer at other universities. And you can see there that only 50% of the students at Ole Miss come from the state of Mississippi. So I'm sure there are lots of Arkansas students there. We've already got 2 involved in our ministry. We've been blown away by the favor of God since we've been there. We've been there 5 weeks, and we expected to have maybe 5 students by this time involved in our ministry. But God is a God of multiplication. We have 50 students involved in our ministry. We have 30 students in small groups and 10 accepted Christ in the past few weeks. We got to baptize, and if you see the picture up here, we got to baptize 3 students this past Wednesday. And that's a picture of our group right after the baptism in our pool. It's still warm in Mississippi, so we got to baptize them in our pool. It was an amazing time. We've got a really diverse group of believers, and we're super excited what God's doing there. I just want to share a little bit about how God called us, or called me specifically, to pioneer Chi Alpha. I was reading my Bible, and I was reading about the Promised Land and about how Moses was sending out spies into the Promised Land to spy out the land. And he sent 12 men into the land, and they came back and they gave this report. They said that the land is good, it's very fertile, there's lots of potential for growth in the land. And I saw that as just like the college campus. The potential to reach the college campus for the kingdom of God is very high. It makes a big impact. But they also said that there are giants in the land, the cities are fortified, and that the land devours those that are living in it. And I saw that as just like the college campus as well. Satan has a stronghold on our universities in the United States. There are giants there. The college campus is devouring our youth. Many of you have probably heard the statistic that 4 out of 5 of our youth that were born and raised in church walk away from God when they get to college. Yep. The college campus is devouring our students. And there are giants at Ole Miss. Just yesterday they had a big win, and there were thousands of tents just like that one spread out all over campus. Students partying, drinking, and many of them not knowing who they're going to spend the night with that night. And the philosophy at Ole Miss is we might lose a football game, but we never lose a party. And I can't imagine what all the sinful activity that happened last night after they actually won a big game. And Playboy does a shoot every year at Ole Miss and recruits girls into pornography. And there's a very strong spirit of racism there. There's an FBI investigation open right now investigating the racism amongst the fraternities, because some students from a fraternity last year hung a noose around the neck of the statue of the first black students to attend Ole Miss. Wow. There are giants in the land. And Mississippi has been overlooked. The University of Mississippi has been overlooked for almost 40 years. Just like when the spies came back to report to the Israelites, the 10 They said, we can't defeat the giants. They're too big, the cities are too fortified. That has been the attitude for the last 40 years. And the university students have been overlooked because it's been too hard. They said there are too many obstacles. Mississippi's too poor to support U.S. missionaries, according to come up here. But I want you to know that out of the 12 spies that were sent in the land, 2 came back and they said, we can do it. So we're standing here today just like those 2. And we're saying we can take the campus for the kingdom of God. We can change. When God called me to pioneer Chi Alpha, he said, I'm going to teach you to take the campus like Joshua took the promised land. And I believe that we can do it. You see, Joshua didn't go alone. He had an army with him. So we want you to be a part of our army and help us to reach that campus for the kingdom of God. Thank you, guys.